Yo, 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 yo. Sup with y'all? Hold on real quick. I'll be right back. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's up? I ain't gonna do the whole piling thing. Hopefully y'all catch up before I get out of here. But a lot of developments going on. A lot of wild stuff coming to light. Today has been a wild day. But first and foremost, before the nonsense, rest in peace, rich homie Quan. I caught quite a few clips from the funeral today. They live streamed the funeral. Seems to have been a beautiful ceremony, a lot of love, a lot of respect shown for his parents, which is fly. Everybody know his dad, everybody know his mom. They spoke about what they represent. They talk about how Quan carried it. Um, DC Young Fly gave some powerful words. As a matter of fact, let's talk about DC real quick. Now y'all know DC is a preacher's kid. I think both parents was preachers or at least leaders in the church to some capacity. Um, and whenever he speaks, when it comes to these kind of situations, even when he was going through his own grief, he speaks a lot of power. He makes a lot of sense, and he has a cadence and a style that makes you think like, I'm sure what he's doing now is his ministry, but he might end up in the same chair his parents wound up in, doing the same Lord's work the same way that they did at some point. Like he's really good at comforting and relaying the message and stuff like that. It was really dope to see that. Um, Killer Mike spoke. He spoke highly of the family. Also, he had a lot of dope things to say. He made a couple calls to what people should be doing. And if y'all just tapping in, I'm just covering the Rich Homie Quan funeral real quick, the little highlight clips that I saw before I get into the nonsense, just to give people a couple more minutes. And I want to get his young brother some love first before we get into that. Anyway, but the ceremony was dope. Saw the brothers and sisters speak. Um, that was deep. I held off on watching his dad speak. I'm gonna watch it eventually, but right now there's so much other stuff going on. I'm like, I ain't ready to break down over, get emotional over his pop right now. So I'm gonna probably watch it tomorrow or something. But it's like 12 minutes long, and I'm like, I know he was in there giving it up for his boy. So um, once again, rest in peace to Rich Homie Quan, your legend, you know. And shout out to everybody that participated in comforting his family today. I thought it was dope to see as much of it that I was able to catch. Now, they said Diddy did what? He did what? What did he did? He ain't did that. Yeah, they say what? Now let's get into it, man. We found word yesterday that Diddy late night after I ended my live stream. We go live every Monday at 6 p.m. We actually did about 4 hours last night. So it wasn't until after I got off stream, Second Coming What Up, that I saw that they had arrested Diddy. And one of the immediate things was it was a day premature. They had an arrangement. Word. They had an arrangement that they were supposed to get him the next day. So for whatever reason, they decided to go on a date early. I know what some of those reasons usually are. What up, Ireland? How y'all, man? Y'all see what we got going on over there? Crazy. They might tie y'all into it. But I was just watching it, the developments ever since last night, and there's some wild things going on. Some really wild things. Now, a lot of the things that I'm hearing that he's being that they're alleging that he's done is things that we already know about. You see, there's an arson charge. We heard about the Kid Cudi situation already. You seen the videotape of Cassie. A lot of that is in there. Uh, the new addition was they're putting a lot of light on the rifles that they found, the AR style rifles with the scratch serial, which is a no go. They said they got about 3 of them. They also say that his sex parties, his group meetings, whatever they doing, they call them freak offs. He said he called them freak offs. They're saying that that is an issue. So they're alleging a lot of things through that. I'm trying to walk slow through it because it's a lot of developments. Y'all chime in. Oh, you redacted that. All right, cool. Y'all, he got videos of everybody. Yeah, that's the thing too. He pleaded not guilty, actually, Coyote. Pleaded not guilty. He offered $50 million for bond. They denied him bond. Um, Unless he pled guilty in the last 5 minutes and I missed something. But I'd appreciate it if you share it. Yo, Tokyo was popping. Oh, YB pleaded guilty though. My bad. I ain't even see that YB. Word? Coyote, that's crazy. So anyway, one of the things everybody been running with was one of the things found besides the ARs was that he had yeah, you talking about young boy. I'm assuming. Let me know if I'm tripping. They were saying that he had 1,000 bottles of lube and stuff like that, which is really, 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 really crazy. That's what you meant? Yeah, I'm with you. But I think he not gonna get nowhere near what people thought he was gonna get as far as young boy you talking about. I think they worked out a decent little situation, but I think he had other stuff on the table in separate cases. So we'll see how that goes, man. Hopefully he gets some help. So we've been watching all the Diddy things. So where I was at, 1,000 bottles of lube and all of that, which is wild as hell. But I'm hearing all type of conflicting stories. Like I just saw a lawyer on TV that was saying that there's some real loopholes in this RICO, which I feel like is a thing with these RICOs. It's like they go so hard to put so many things together that whether they can prove it or not, that's up to them. Whether they provide something that juries or judges find acceptable, that's something different. But it always seems like, especially lately when we get in a lot of the information and we're able to view a lot of these cases like the Thug trial, they attribute things that have nothing to do with the situation to the situation. So you're lumping a lot of things together, and if it doesn't play out that way, it looks bad. But but what if the freak offs were consensual though? I'm getting there. Because part of what she was saying was there is nothing that's been presented so far that says that the people in the freak offs participated against their will. They're saying trafficking, they're saying all type of stuff like that, but they're not saying that yet that somebody was taken advantage of. It sounds like a lot of willing participants and a lot of other things around it when it pertains to travel, when it comes to the drugs or the entertainment, so to speak, the performers. I don't know. I guess these would be porn stars and strippers and I guess prostitutes at some point, right? So I guess that's where all of the trafficking and all of that is coming from. But the one lawyer was saying that she sees loopholes that really, 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 I'm a man, bro. Seem like they could be worked in his favor. It doesn't seem like as strong a case as they're presenting, but she also admitted that it's very early and that in these situations, that might not matter, but so much. But it's crazy. It's crazy. Strippers usually don't set these mugs up. It be always employees, but I may be wrong though. Well, the thing is, you never know what anybody that's a willing participant will do after the act, if they feel disrespected, if they feel played, anything. Whether that's Yo Diddy. Whoa Diddy. That's the new thing too. You gotta take the no off. It's now whoa Diddy. Whoa. Enough is enough. 1,000 bottles of freak off supplies. So what, Costco? No, that's what I told I was talking to my coworker earlier and I was like, he just wanted to be Sam's Club or Costco, I think. Or maybe he was trying to get the freight rate. Like, you know how you you get the bulk weight rate? He wanted the freight rate. So he might have got a super discount. They might have sent it to him like they sent it to Walmart. Cause that's crazy. The thing is, they said a variety. So it's probably like he had the whole aisle and stock at each house. That's kind of ridiculous. It's kind of ridiculous. For I've noticed the pattern, always some employees or ex-romantic partners be playing these false accusations and not P-stars though. I mean, yeah, but the thing is, like I said, you never know somebody's temperament when they leave the situation or when certain things happen after the situation or if they figure out, like, things have been coming out about the fact that he videotaped a lot of people. A lot of those people probably didn't sign up for that part of it. And yeah, that gets crazy. So there's a lot of things that can happen after the fact or even during the thing. Like, they talking about they had IV bags and drugs just to replenish people after days of orgies. Like, yo, you might not have signed up for 72 hours of tripping. For real, for real. So there's a lot of ways that can go wrong, but I feel you. But the thing is, no matter how they find out, once they call you into the situation and they tell you either you going to tell us what happened, whether it was to you or around you, or we're going to force it out of you and you're going to be charged as implicit in it. And a lot of people would say, well, man, I just went to go get a freak off, so I'll let y'all know what happened because I didn't come there for that. You see what I'm saying? I appreciate your input, though, and I appreciate you being susceptible to mine. That's dope. But no, it's a lot of ways these things could go wrong, but it's just weird times. Like, at the end of the day, we looking at it and we can see that if this is a RICO and they're saying that he used his corporation and his business to create these situations or to fund them or to probably mask them, I guess everything and all the above. I know, right? But the crazy thing is, I'll get to that. That means that there's a lot of people that's going to come to light. The videotapes means that there's a lot of people that's going to come to light. Kevin Lyles just stepped down as the head of 300, which is a record label for the people that don't know. Today, that's very interesting timing, if we're being honest. So there's a lot of things. Shit will hit Lee Fan very soon. I like freak offs. Now, be careful, because like I said, willing participants can flip if anything goes wrong, if they get outed at anything. And some people participate in things just to, out people or to be vindictive. So be careful. But I was talking to somebody about this earlier too. Like, an orgy when you broke is one thing. It's like you found your community of freaky people that y'all just got together, drunk some 40s and some E&J and some cheap wine and got crazy and nobody blinks an eye. But when you rich, they find a way to make it seem like you orchestrated it because like you're in a position of power now. And that's what gets weird. There's a very thin line, and that don't just pertain to freak offs. There's a lot of instances where it's like, yeah, but once you get money, you can't do the same thing. It's not going to be looked at the same. Like if I grab what I grabbed to burn, cool. But if I got money, I might grab the whole boatload just so I ain't got to keep getting it, right? I got storage. They going to say that's intent. But I'm just living my life. So it's crazy. There were a lot of conspiracy with Justin Bieber too when he was a minor, but he never testified for none, I guess. I don't know what happened with the Bieber, but it was a lot of stuff around Bieber. And shoot, even in this case, there's a possibility that there might be a tape of Bieb too. Like, we don't know. Bieb was around. He knows a lot of important people. He knows them better than they know themselves, probably. Because once they got on that pink, you know what I mean, and was in the spot and with the baddest thing they ever seen or able to do something they not normally able to do, they might have done some things they don't even remember. So he probably know people better than they know themselves. But you're right. Yeah, you control everything. See what I'm saying, Jesse? Like, it's a different level. Like, it's not the same. It's not the same. And then at the same time, if people that you party with on your payroll, you always in a sticky situation. You see what happened with Lizzo. Look at the state of Bieber now. Explains a lot. I mean, shit. That's crazy. But Bieber was mad young. He was like a prodigy. He got to a point where he partied hard. I don't really think he hurt nobody but himself and his neighbor's property value for the most part. And he blamed a lot of stuff on Lil Twist, but I think Twist was cool with it, if I'm being honest. Twist doesn't seem to hold any grudges. But y'all giving up some good commentary though. I'm with y'all. Keep talking to me. He was the richest man in the 90s in USA. Diddy was? Diddy done it. What they say Diddy did? Diddy did what? Diddy did what? In my Drake voice. That's crazy. Oh, alright, yeah, no, I mean, people was rapping about 45 nut ass in the 90s, so I don't know that. I guess you mean in the industry, and it would have presented that way because that's like being the face of a franchise as an owner, but you could still be a minority stakeholder. In the end of the day, Drake ain't never got no involved in this BS. You know what's crazy? We don't know. Drake loves to rub elbows and be up under a lot of powerful men. We know that. We see him in all the athletes' pictures looking like he's having the time of his life. So, MJ was the richest in the 90s. I mean, talking about the league. That's why I said I didn't know if he was talking about the industry or he's talking about like what was presented, who was running around being flashy, because I could see that being something that you might be able to say. Brother Drake is connected to Saudi Arabia. All right, cool, awesome. I mean, yeah, right. But hopefully, I don't see, man. Listen, if anybody did anything that went beyond kinky, like criminal, all right, cool. But I don't really want to know all my favorite personalities' sexual business. Excuse me. I'm not really in it for that. And the crazy thing is, that's all it's going to be. Bunch of people getting outed. But I think we all going to be in shock. I don't believe we're going to be in shock. I find it funny that Jay was always closer with Diddy, but people ain't talking nothing about him. Jay might be smarter, though. I don't know. I mean, when it comes to Diddy, it was at a point where he had a reputation, and certain people in the know kept their distance. I bring you to the Drink Champs interview when he hit Fab with the "You ain't never party with me." He was like, "We partied before." He's like, "No, but you ain't party with me." And Fab and Kiss looked at him like, "Yo, you doing too much. Like you wilding." And he kept going. It's because they know it's at them parties and they've been staying away from him. So I think some people may have partied at one point and then said, "Oh, that's what going on down that hallway? Yeah, I'm trying to make $1 billion." People are talking about Jay too, though. They absolutely are. But nothing. There's a lot of speculation as to, well, what about Jay and why isn't Jay saying anything? And Jay used to be around him and all of that. But if you really start thinking about who used to be around Puff and who been around Puff, it's crazier than you think. It's people that's popping right now to the youngins that calling their lawyers today. 50, I mean, that's what I'm saying. It's not an industry secret. It's an industry secret, I guess. Like, if you're not in the industry, you don't know about it. But in the industry, certain people know what's going on, man. If you lit, you done been to every party. Your folks been to all of them. Oh, God, I'm going to check it out. Usher, too. Now, I've been hearing things about Usher for a while, but you hear things about all the R&B guys. You got to wait till they go all the way with a lot of that stuff. 50 knew at the beginning. Well, the beginning wasn't the beginning. This indictment is alleging everything from 2016 until, but how long we been hearing these stories, man? The beginning wasn't the beginning. So when he started out and stuff, that was in the social media age and the mixtape age. That was '02, '01. Diddy been popping since '95, '94. Oh yeah, Usher was the first victim. It's crazy. And then he recruited Beeb. That's how they did. They ran it like down the line. But what they are saying is that what's happening? It's all hearsay, but I believe he is guilty. They already leaked videos. I mean, the initial thing with the Cassie accusations before the video of her getting physically assaulted in the hotel hallway came out, just the things that she alleged that he had done. I went on my platform right after that and said that if he was guilty of a fraction of what she said, then he's a monster. So since then, a lot of that was confirmed since we saw the video. A lot more has been confirmed since recent developments, questioning the Kid Cudi and all of that type of stuff. Um, so it's like, yeah, the videos don't help at all. There's no way he can get away with that. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's heavy. What if this dude speak about? I'm talking about Diddy. Diddy did what? But shout out to you, Sketch. He paid her hush money to not go to court the first time possible. Probably wasn't enough. Clearly it wasn't enough. His bail's been denied. Yeah, I spoke to that already. He offered 50 million. They like, man, listen, we can't trust you. And part of their thing is that when they did, and this is what I'm saying, they went in the day early and we ain't know why, but they said when they went in, he had a bunch of drugs and stuff with it. So it's like he might get bailed out, but do y'all think he can restore his reputation? No, reputation shot, bro. You Russell Simmons at this point. They ain't gotta prove shit. They proved that you whooped Cassie ass and that other people was willing to come forward about some crazy stuff. And now we know that the things that we assumed about your personal life or we heard rumors about your personal life are real. And you got your sons walking in and out the courtroom, one of which is under investigation for something. Last time I heard, allegedly or whatever I gotta say, it's real out here, man. Puff and Meek Mill. The video was leaked by Puffy Security. You saw the video, like you watched two men frolicking. Is that what you're telling me, Jesse? I do remember leaked audio a while back, which I ain't even listened to that, so I can't confirm or deny what happened to that. But I am from Philly, by the way. Be careful. It's like, no, I'm fucking with you. So you watched two men frolicking, Jesse? That's the thing that you into? It's cool if you are, 'cause, you know, you find out a lot about a lot of people nowadays, and it ain't no problem. I mean, Diddy's connections won't fade away, but actually they will. When he already had to start dropping off the alcohol, the network, and all of that stuff, there's a reason for that. There's board members on these situations, and you are not going to lose the higher ups money because you made a mistake in your personal life. And we're gonna let you go out equitably if you go out now. If not, we might sue you. So it ain't them connections ain't the same all the time because you talking about somebody that was operating at a billionaire level. The people that he knows from the industry can't do what the people he was dealing with before now can do for him. Low key for a while, cool. I mean, you could do a lot remotely, so just bounce overseas. But I don't think they let him out. They denied him bail now. Now, like I said, I did watch a lawyer speak earlier that said it was loopholes that she seen early on, and you know they may get patched up. We also know that everything you're originally charged with doesn't go to trial. They might drop some of those things because of the loopholes, but there's still a lot. It's 17 pages, 14 pages on the indictment. Yep, it was the audio that was leaked. Jesse wishes. That's what I'm saying. Jesse was being weird. It was blurred, but it was out there. You could see Puff's face. I think you getting videos confused, and it sounded like you was watching bootleg cable. Stuart Rooney. Yeah, man. So I'm in here with y'all though. Keep talking to me. Really funny. I was like, no, not Puff, but yeah. Yeah. You was like, no, not Puff, but yeah. 69 God. Freaky ass nigga, you the 69 God. Hey, 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 run from Just Do It. Hey, 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 hey. I'm picking with you, Jess. But you going a little too hard over this video nobody else seen, and now you could recognize men's faces in the blurry dark, and like this sound like you might have heard the audio and remade it in your head. Jesse a scandal monger. You know Jesse, yo, that's what he into? Cause this is a wild one. I'm a wild one. Oh yeah, just a wild one. I'm trying to see what I'm missing. Like, I be up on everything just to see something. And the crazy is, Shannon Sharp just had his little mishap, man. I heard 10 seconds of that video. It said, yup, sound like his voice. I ain't want to hear no more. Y'all be dissecting stuff, running it back 5 times. Head sprung, that's crazy. ADHD, what up? What up? Crazy thing is, that's how that Shannon Sharp video started off. A little bit of head sprung. He was in there getting head sprung. That's crazy. But no, man, this Diddy thing is like, it's disappointing, it's depressing. Ain't nothing, fam. Michael Rubin, Freaky Eye. I think Michael Rubin a different entity, and it's not because I'm from Philly or whatever. But if you really pay attention, he's a young billionaire that really don't come from money, and he just want to be down, like really, really bad. He not bossing up, and he making niggas money. But TV Longway and Lil TJ, because he worked with them right before he went down, and now they got Rico's. I have lights on. It's a bunch of neon lights on. Cut it out. What do you think about Meek jumping like a rabbit for Ruben? The crazy thing is, Meek said he made the game up. Like he set the bet, or Ruben said Meek set the bet, and it sounded like a weird story, but it was something to the effect of like when they was booked. That's how they used to bet, because it's like we gonna keep it friendly, but it got to be something that's kind of like humiliating. So it was like funny to them. That's what Michael Rubin said. As far as Meek bunny hopping for billionaires, I wasn't really a fan of it, but if that's what he wants to introduce them to from his culture, and I mean, I don't know what else you supposed to bet him. For real, for real. Don't listen to that. Brunch Bull, got my G. No, we good, bro. I ain't tripping. I got like, there's a light show in here. I can show y'all. There's lights over there. Lights over here. Light over here. Mind you, they're green. Then I got a board right here that's just running right next to my phone. A lot of lights. I got light right here. So hopefully I ain't do that too fast, but I'm just trying. Like, this is a full studio, yo. This is a full studio. And they said, they say he killed Biggie and Pop, the sticker on the tire. That's what's wild too. You from Philly, you think Uzi fell off and sold his soul. Hold on real quick. That's one of the things that I think nobody's really brought back up since all these new developments, is that they tying them to a lot of stuff that we already was, heard about and kind of heard stuff about. And we seen other people getting indicted and having information and going on podcasts and writing books about and saying that he was part of it. So it's not really surprising. Yo, you from Philly? Yes, I'm from Philly. Do I think Uzi fell off and sold his soul type shit? I think Uzi's a rock star, and sometimes because he's black and from North Philly or whatever have you, we hold a rock star like him to a rapper's pace, and rock stars don't really operate like that. Like, I remember one of the old school rappers said he was on a bus with a rock band, and he was talking about the deadlines that he had. He got to turn in an album by such and such and such and such, and he won't get paid until we do this. And the rock star was like, man, we tour until we don't feel like touring anymore, They don't get a percentage of our tour, and then 5 years later, we turn in an album. That's rock star shit. So Uzi just had 2, 3 of the biggest records 2 years ago. I Just Wanna Rock ain't that old. He might be reinventing himself. He might be falling back. He might be going through experiences, but he's definitely been performing, because we always get a strange video of him doing some. He doing more than the shoulder joint there. But shout out to Uzi, because I know where he come from, and I know some folks that come from where he come from that knew him when he was coming up, and he made something out of it, man. And he feeding a lot of people, so that's fire. But he doing more than the shoulder now. I don't know how you do it, but he doing more than that now. That was a fair question, though. I don't really get into the whole soldier soul type thing either, because like it's like the Illuminati, right? A lot of times, poor people or minorities will say that as soon as you get 3 million, 5 million, you an Illuminati. If this group is anywhere like what y'all think it is, and there's a lot of names that people attribute to it, but they not picking up millionaires. Not 100 millionaires neither. Trust me. That's what makes it elite. Tupac was my favorite. I don't care what happens to Diddy. I like Triple X and Lil Loaded too. The best never make it. Very sad, Jesse. I feel you on that. That's fire. Mike Who Cheese Harry. Wow. That was crazy. I said it though. I said it, Jan. Did you get a kick out of that, Jan? I don't know, these rappers like Cardi, Uzi, Doja been legit worshiping the devil, explicit See, I'm out the loop with some of that. I see some of the things that Uzi do that look a little strange, but like I said, he on some rock star stuff, and they always toted that line of the dark side. Doja, I don't know much about Doja. I hear good things, but I hear certain things about her representation. And a lot of what I know about Cardi is not about his art, it's about his personal life, if I'm being honest. Alright, as long as you had a good time, man, going to sleep. Let me find out you got off to that. That's amazing, Jan. You work fast. Do your thing, though. And where you at, man? Ain't even that late yet. Country you in? No, but the news keep rolling in, and like I was saying earlier, man, it's really sad. That, and I'm not saying sad if he's being held accountable for crimes he did commit to people that hurt. Okay, Germany, shout out. If that's what it is, that's what it is. I'm not tripping. But it's just the overall between who we lose, the artists that's been getting indicted, the indictments that have been looking weird. We watching Thug on YouTube and TV every day go through something that look like he should be able to fight it from the outside. We already lost Russell Simmons to some weird shit. Why is he around? Now it's like Puffy and his legacy, R. Kelly, like, and then all of the people that's connected to them that may or may not have been implicit, but that we got to look at crazy now. It's just overwhelming to just always have to talk about these things or even try to situate them in your mind. That's why I said I'm going live today, because there's a lot going on. I wasn't scheduled to go back live until Monday evening, but I'm sure that by then I'm gonna have something else to talk about. Black ass, what up? Fuck you been, man? How you? That's Philly shit, you know what I'm saying? But no, it's ridiculous. Black ass, like, how even when you get to speculating about who might have been around for what, it's like, I don't even want to live in that space, bro. I want to buy sneakers because they fly. I want to listen to music because it's fire. I don't want to have a moral responsibility to have for hip-hop. What you all thought when El Mayo been arrested? You think shit going shake? The Chicago drug dealing issues? See, I'm not that hip. I do know who you're speaking of, but I don't know the difference of how because a lot of things can shift in a lot of different ways when stuff that big happens, if you understand what I'm saying. And it depends on what's high, what's below, and where the plug is at, and what's the new situation. It's a lot of things that can go. Cut my hair while I still got my full hairline. All of that is good. I'm just fuzzy, man. I'm decent out here. You tripping. I'm 42 years old. I still got my whole joint. It's all good though. And I really try to stay out of other city business. I told you I'm from Philly, so my city all over YouTube right now for all the wrong reasons, and a lot of good stuff too, but a lot of the wrong reasons. And the stuff is like I ain't gotta really go to the outside. I gotta figure out who on our side is safe. Honestly, it's a lot going on. You don't know who's connected to what. So, but I don't even like talking about that like that because my city been my city for a long time. We don't the grown ups don't really glorify that. We sick of losing babies. Sick of seeing young boys with ankle bracelets on. It's scary out here. Scary hours. Scary hours. But yeah, so like I don't really feel like every time I hear a record from an era, I gotta do the lineage of who might have produced it, who was on it, what bedroom they was in, what elevator they was on, like, cause I ain't gonna lie, I do find it hard to listen to Kels. If I'm out and it come on, you know, a vibe is a vibe. I ain't gonna be, yo, turn that shit on. I ain't one of them ever. I might even two-step to it, bop to it. Like, I'm not that deep, but it's like, it make me think too much when certain things are said. And then, yay, I could be listening to a banger that he featured on it. Right when it get to his verse, I'm like, I don't really care about what he's saying because he be talking bullshit now. And I get frustrated. So I don't want to have to feel like this every time I listen to music. That's why I listen to so many local artists, man. Because locally, I really know 7 times out of 10 what you really into. Not in your bedroom, though. It is bullshit. You named your son Chirac. Wow. Your baby mama alive? She was good with that. Or did you name your son like Chicky and you call him Chirac? That is crazy, Coyote. This is what we dealing with. Crazy thing is I'm watching it. My teeth are turning colors. Y'all are hilarious. Chirac Kingston. Wow. You raising one of them, huh? Alright. We see you in 14. You let me know how that worked out for you. How old is Chirac, if you don't mind me asking? And how old was you when you named it that? I mean, no. Lord knows I hope he carry himself like a king. Lord knows that. But your mentality is what makes me feel like he's destined for doom. Like, So 2 years ago. 2 years after everybody was denouncing the war on Chirac. Chirac the second after Vaughn. Wow. That's a food. I don't know what that means. What's that's a food? Is that English, James? Is that like slang? Or that's a food? I'm trying to figure it out. It's like Fugazi. He a fool. Yo, you got a 2-year-old named Chirac Kingston. You a legend. You a legend, bro. Don't let nobody tell you nothing different. He starts school soon too. That's gonna be interesting. Is your baby mama gangster too? By any chance? I'm curious now. You done reeled me in. We all waiting. You close with people in Baltimore. You got state neighbors. Yeah. I actually went to college out Bmore, and I'm out Bmore all the time. I'll be out there in a couple weeks actually for homecoming. All my folks is. I got quite a few folks out there. We do shows out there, make money out there, all type of stuff. So what's the word on bass? Harmon. Yeah, she mean the fuck. Oh, so okay. All right. No judgment. You like a gangster. A gangster. You like the gangster boogie with a gangster. Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. Enjoy yourself, but make sure y'all stay out here to take care of that king. And dress halfway decent when y'all go to parent teacher night. Stop skipping it. That's wild, yo. But yeah, the what you were saying earlier about the moral responsibility is nonsense. It's not even, it ain't really even fair. Like, but it comes to the point where hip hop and our culture is so tied into whether your reality or the closest reality to you or reality that you admire, that certain words hit different after certain things come to light. And that's just like inevitable. It's like you can't unlearn something. Ignorance is bliss, but knowledge is responsibility. So once you know something, you can't like unknow it. Only way you unknow it is like dementia, or you bury it, which is even scarier, because then that's a trauma, that's a wound. That's a wound that's not going to heal, it's just going to fester. And y'all tell me what y'all think about that. Am I tripping or y'all feel me on that? Because there's levels to all of this. Like it's going to be levels to people's involvement. So you're going to see people that's going to speak on stuff that you're going to be like, yo, is that snitching? It's going to be a whole lot of that for this one. Whole lot of that. So it's going to get interesting, man. That's why when Pusha cooked Drake with the child expose, say, I didn't give a supposed to kill that guy got a child or not. Yeah, but that's completely different. It's like he a superstar, he out here hitting shit. You know, there's probably a baby we don't know about, and I don't really agree with frontlining your kids, especially when you're a public figure. And when you do it, you got to do it responsibly and with a plan, because it's too many savages, stalkers, weirdos out here for you to just want to be like constantly putting your kid on Front Street, especially if they didn't sign up for that lifestyle yet. You crying, bro, to be okay. Drake will come back. Who crying? Y'all talking about Coyote crying? I mean, it is what it is, man. If that's your boy, that's your boy. I'm not really a Draker. But if you are, that's cool. It's entertainment. It's music. And Drake will be back. And Drake actually could fall back if he wanted to, but he'll be back. I'm talking about a problem. His biggest problem is his advisors and his homeboys. Nobody's telling him his flaws, or he's not listening to the fact that a lot of things have been exposed that make a lot of things that you do look funny. And to keep poking a bear while taking selfie after selfie is just very strange. Drake way bigger movement than Kendrick. Well, I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of obvious. Drake been on a 10+ year run. Like, he had a run longer than Jay-Z. Toronto without Drizzy or Weeknd is doomed to irrelevance. Well, they used to that. They run was short. Shit, they ain't even had a basketball team that long, for real, for real. It took a long time for them to make the playoffs. So, like, and shout out to Kyle Lowry. They're the last hope for Canada. Nah, they still got Hell's Angels, the white boy that punched Rick Ross. They got some people out there. Kendrick just don't keep moving. He makes a hit, and you won't ever hear from him for 2 years. That's been in his past, and that was under TDE, which actually had a rollout schedule, and I don't think people pay attention to that. Like, they operate different. Y'all still there? Y'all still there? Y'all still there? All right, cool. So he was on the schedule. Now he's with his own situation, and he has a different kind of momentum. So I think even what we've seen out of him these last couple years has been irregular. And I don't think people account for Kendrick's touring schedule and his touring numbers. He actually was top in hip hop on a tour recently. So that 2 year thing is like, all right, you drop every 6 months because you keep dropping compilation projects and comparing it to my artistry, and I drop a completely different mind of thought and body of work every time I drop. You kind of can't put the two together. And I think that's what's wrong with people nowadays. We find these things that apply to one situation and we apply them to every situation. Everybody not on the clock for everything in the same way. You gotta relate what you expect from people based on what they do and what their situation is. And when their situation changes, you can't just automatically attribute that to one thing. If he's picking up momentum right now, you can't say, well, Drake the reason he picking up momentum solely. It's a large part of it because that battle and that is, shit, big as the Super Bowl, right? But at the same time, he did recently get out of a contract. He is trying to push a brand. He did put something on Amazon and stream it to the world, which, like, yeah, now it's game time. We all know they got a bunch of stuff on their hard drive. It's time to start putting stuff out, gaining motion. Like, I just don't like how everything that the internet makes a hashtag gets applied to everything else. Mainstream values, weak Drake and Weeknd are global. Well, right now Kendrick's global, so that's kind of weird to say. And Kendrick was already global. He was touring internationally at a high rate, but even more so now. What you think about Lil Wayne in the Super Bowl? I thought he should have been picked. What I find lame is that K-Dot is promoting the idea of being a hater is the right thing to aim for when trying to be successful. False. Back to what I think about Lil Wayne in the Super Bowl. I think that this goes back to what I just said about trying to take one thing from the internet and apply it to everything else. We've been able to kind of decide what verses we want to see and things of that magnitude. The Super Bowl is a completely different thing. And when it comes to regional acts, the Super Bowl has never concerned itself with that. It lined up one recently and made a statement that they can't keep doing that because it would be damn near impossible to maintain. They used Tampa as an excuse, I believe, at the time. And so I don't think that he should have been picked. And on top of that, Wayne has been inconsistent. There has been comments about the Grammys, mishaps and whatever have you. Wayne is still running around telling people don't worry about what's in his cup. He is Mr. I Can't Feel My Face. There's a lot of things that go into this. Like, and if you compare nostalgia to Kendrick having a year that a lot of people never had. Our greats have never seen. This is like some 50 Cent shit that just happened with Kendrick. It don't be happening regularly. So no, I don't agree with that. But I wouldn't have minded seeing Wayne. I thought that would have been dope. I love Wayne. But when you compare the two, like, I think everybody saw the Pop Out concert because it was free. Have you ever been to a Kendrick Lamar concert? Because I was at the damn tour at row 8. And I've been to Lil Wayne shows. I've been to Cash Money shows. I've been to everybody's shows. It's different. They did Wiz on Pittsburgh. That was not the Super Bowl. That was the semifinals game, and they lost. Well, as far as charisma, I don't even know what oil up mean, but eat a dick, I guess. If it's disrespectful, I don't know. Charisma like that. Wayne has his own kind of charisma. Wayne's a rock star too. That's a super rapper. Wayne's a rock star. Like, I don't even think we gotta compare, because see, different performers bring different things, and they can both operate what they do at a high level. I don't think that that's a deciding factor or something that should be a big thing. I do think that Wayne is dope, but I think that you need consistency in a certain stretch, and at the same time awareness of people outside of hip hop. And the momentum that Kendrick has, like, it's just perfectly timed, kind of. Same reason I want to see Asia Wilson win the chip this year. Like, everything is rolling in that direction. Let somebody have a super duper year and give people something new to aim for. I think it's awesome. Yeah, Wiz in Pittsburgh is not true. That was not the Super Bowl. I know. I don't know why people are saying that. They saying his performance been weak compared to Dot. I don't know about been weak. I think it's debatable, right? I think Dot might be more consistent because, like, that's what I'll be saying about, did y'all watch the Pop Out or do y'all see his concerts? Everything in Dot concert, it's like 2 hours. You might see 2-3 other people on stage all night. One of them is a samurai or a ninja or some shit, and everything's choreographed. And the setup on the stage backdrop is crazy. And then he pops up in a cube in the middle of the audience, and then he does some other shit. Like, I don't I don't know, like he had one of the highest grossing rap tours ever, if not the highest male rap gross, or something to that effect. But at the same time, you know how much he probably spent on that pup? You know what I mean? Rehearsals he does to make sure he hits every spot. He's dancing, he's doing all of this stuff. Even if you watch the pop out, his choreography was on a beam. Everything was precise. But I'm talking about a different level of show when it's a Kendrick show, like it would be for 15 minutes at the Super Bowl, or it would be if you really went and paid to see what he went on tour and did every night, as opposed to something that was put together to represent a moment as an isolated situation. I don't think people have seen that. Like, that is different. So if Wayne's problem is that he doesn't show up for rehearsals and he's late for everything and this, that, and the third, that's not Kendrick's problem. That's not what he do. And everything you know about him is that he always working out, always in shape. He not getting all loaded, none of that. It's a real thing, man. It's a real thing. And I would love to see, but see, that's the difference, right? Wayne goes out there. I want to see Wayne bring the rock band out and act crazy, shake the dreads and draw and let us hear something that we love in a different tempo and octave, and that would be so fire. But I also want to see Kendrick out there with the HBCU marching band with the that's hard. Yeah, but I don't like the higher ups ain't give a damn about that. They just be choosing who's the hottest. Well, actually, the higher ups just shifted to Rock Nation and Jay and them, and before it, the Super Bowl was horrible. Like, I think people keep forgetting that. Like, a lot of them performances was weak, and they had nothing to do with us. And I remember when Ja Rule and Ashanti was on stage. I forget who they shared it with, but it was a bad reaction. It wasn't a good joke. So now, when you get somebody like Jay that becomes a partner with the NFL for the Super Bowl, he didn't buy the Super Bowl. Then there's certain things that got to go on, which is we're not changing our status, our standards, because there's a hashtag that just went crazy, or because there's an idea that some podcasters and some radio hosts came up with of this would be the ideal situation. If it doesn't fit the schematics, we can't afford to do it. As much as you make after the Super Bowl, how much you think it takes for that production? How many people do you see pushing those stages on and off the field within a 15-minute show? There's a lot of moving parts. There's sponsors. There's all types of things. Like, to want them to consider that we've been tweeting Wayne is crazy. That's not how big business operates at all. And I think they're like, the internet think because they can cancel, they can create. You can't even cancel. For real, for real. Name me 5 people that's been canceled. I'll tell you 2 of them is a lie. What do you call it? My dude. Bumbaraz. You're an interesting individual, to say the least. I keep telling y'all I'm from Philly. I don't really be knowing, like, y'all get in here and do some weird stuff. So you think Jay-Z was wrong not picking Weezy? One, I don't think it was solely his decision, even though the producer recently came out and kind of said that. But 2, no. I think it's a business decision. I think our culture and the online people that seem to be trending assume that business ain't business. Like, y'all really don't believe that these people that's higher up, that's doing deals with Mercedes Benz and Hummer and all of these elite brands and Pepsi and everybody, y'all think that they really care that Wayne is from New Orleans? You think Jay-Z cares that Wayne is from New Orleans when I tell you that there's a board for all of these things? They have to renegotiate this deal very soon. It's not a lifetime situation. This is like a trial period. I think it was 5 years or something to that effect before they have to renegotiate. If the turnover and the comeback ain't what's expected, and you've been making the decisions as y'all like to say that he has, then he's no longer going to be in charge. So if you start doing things based on emotion, then you're going to fuck up business. You might get lucky a few times, and one hit might not be too bad. We might be able to find a variable to attach that to where we'd be like, well, 4 out of 5, we good. But man, this is big business. No, they're trying to make money. Super Bowl is like the business. Exactly. It's not rocket science. It's definitely not rocket science. Super Bowl is the most watched entertainment every year. And Kendrick has had the biggest record of the year in hip hop. Like, I don't even understand why there's so many other things. And then, like, earlier comment about Kendrick making hate the way that was wild. It's like when we talking about politics and you could automatically tell who watches Fox News. And you should watch everybody, but who watches it and believes it. Would you say people being dramatic over some culture BS when it comes down to business? I think people think that we have more control than we do. I think people are being irrational and unreasonable, and they're also telling that they have no business sense or understanding of the business that they're poking their nose in. There's people saying Kendrick should perform at the halftime show because at the Super Bowl, people that don't watch football all year watch the Super Bowl. So you got people that don't even know traditional Super Bowl, NFL, brass, none of that, saying what they should do. Because one day out the year, they're going to watch 15 minutes of a football game when there's no football on the field. I think that's crazy. All right, Jesse, been good chopping it up with you, man. If you ever see me live, make sure y'all subscribe, man. You ever see me pop up again, tap in. We letting emotions get attached to it. And we acting like we scared to lose Wayne soon or something, like you're not going to have another opportunity. You have another opportunity, and he said in his video that he's going to work towards being better at certain things. So I think that even though he kind of deflected a bit, there was still a lot of that statement that said that Wayne kind of knows some of the reasons he wasn't involved, and he understands some of them. He just didn't want to concede to him. I mean, I try to make sense. It don't mean that I'm right, but on a lot of levels, I know a lot more than what's seen. And some of that is not based on the direct situation. It's about, I'm 20 plus years in this business on all type of levels, and you learn a lot. It sounded reasonable. I mean, what more do you expect? I like that he showed appreciation for everybody that stepped up for him. I like that he showed humility, and I like that he made a promise to do better. I thought that he covered a bunch of dope points and bases that was like, all right, well, this gives me hope. This makes me think that if everything goes according to how it's been going, they keep getting Emmys and breaking viewership records for the Super Bowl, then maybe we'll still have time to see some more dope hip-hop people on that stage. But it ain't guaranteed. We ain't the NFL. We just on the field. I think people forget that. The numbers on the field is reversed in the office. We ain't 80% in the office. The real question is, do you think Dot will drop by the end of the year? Super Bowl in February. He just dropped that Party Done song. I kind of think so. I don't think that because everybody's run and career is different. I don't think he's going to wait until the Super Bowl to announce an album. I think he would probably announce or drop it ahead of time, and then have a hell of a single that will be performed at the Super Bowl at some capacity. But that's a good question. I'm interested. No matter when he dropped, the world is watching this time. Even more so than ever before. I'm getting bit up by a mosquito or 5 or something. It's crazy. People, Pootie, Lil Wayne City, one of the biggest performers of his career. He an artist that got countless hits, and Drake and Nicki are under his wing. And the Super Bowl does not care about that, pep. Yeah, people are losing their minds expecting an album soon. I mean, it's always exciting, especially with the momentum, to see what artists do with the momentum. But it's a lot of ways to run that play, and TDE and Kendrick and his team have kind of mastered maximizing momentum, even when sometimes nobody cared. They still kick up dust, and then everybody's talking about them. So F with Kendrick, but before, not like us in that song with Future, he was just having a 5 year downfall. A 5 year downfall. So you didn't like Mr. Morale and the Big Steppers, is what you're saying? I don't understand. And what's the downfall? Tours get bigger, houses get bigger, cars get bigger, sales fluctuate, but still maintain outselling 92% of the field. A hit. Um, is success about being on the radio? But is it about being on the radio? Because musically, if you dropped an album that was a piece of art that wasn't driven by trying to get a club hit or a girl song or any of that, and still actually got some kind of traction and did numbers and is going down in history as a possible classic, what's the downfall? I think we get caught up in numbers too much. I don't have hip hop arguments over numbers. It's very weird because some of the worst rappers ever sold the most, and y'all know that. I don't get why people being praising him like a god these days, especially white people. Well, white people attach themselves to what's hot. We got to tell them what's hot. They pick it up. They spend money on it. We kind of got it. We kind of need them. I think y'all keep forgetting we 15% of this country. So you talk about album sales. If you want to go platinum, you either need all the black people or you need some other motherfuckers too. I just don't understand what y'all think. Beat Collector, talk to me. Because it's real weird. It's like, I don't, and it's weird because it's like people that wasn't paying attention are just regurgitating what academics and Twitter are saying. Because if you was paying attention, that's not true. And hit is like, what classifies as a hit and what makes a hit the goal. Like, I can understand if you're a Drake fan and every time your boy drops, it's for a specific thing. But there's other artists out here to keep the world going around. I think you need to go back and listen to ADHD. Drake, Cole, Wayne, Kanye. They never spent 5 years with no hit. And they prime. I ain't talking about numbers. I'm talking about impact. J. Cole had a hit. Would you consider a hit recently? Wayne? Kanye. The crazy thing is, I'm looking at this list and I see how old you are, which means that you're judging things by a new grading scale. We don't operate that way. And you're talking about impact based on numbers and radio spins. You talk about art and quality and talent, like stuff like that. And Kendrick, though he's made radio hits, he wasn't Future. I'm biased with Act. I'm on Drizzy's side. I know Coyote, you saying all the same stuff. Section 80, crazy, but that's more than 5 years ago. And I don't even know how y'all can listen to Akba so much, man. It's hard to hear a weirdo explain a lifestyle he'll never live and act like it's all factual when it's from his perspective and his opinion. It's weird. But impact on whom? Impact on who? I find it hypocritical Drizzy like be getting a single every year, an album with 21, not even 2 years old, a classic CLB, and people downplaying it. I don't think anybody ever downplays Drake's production. I think people don't like some of those projects because Drake picks a accent and runs with it, and sometimes that's not the kind of music you went to Drake for. People have been championing Drake since Drake has come out and said that he always catches one, he's always winning, he's slaying everything out there in these streets. Like, he's always been catching that. As soon as he catch adversity, because he played the chess game wrong against a hell of a chess player, now we just discrediting everything. There are people that are doing that, but in reality, nobody was saying that what he did wasn't sufficient. They're saying he lost to Kendrick. And they're saying that the moves that he's made since the Kendrick situation have been weird and failing by his metrics. Majority of rap fans. Who are you polling? What are you talking about? You talking about the guy that consistently has the highest rap grossing tours. So how do you fill up arenas and not touch most rap fans across the globe? Come on, people biased as fuck. They love shitting on Drizzy latest project. You always going to shit on the person at the top, and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't know how old y'all are, but like, I seen Jay-Z go through this, I seen Pac go through this, I seen Big go through it. Everybody handles it different. But when your audience refuses to admit defeat or refuses to admit when the other person got something off, then it causes an onslaught. Because it's like, y'all not being honest. Now, we're going to break down everything y'all not being honest about it. Y'all feel like y'all being taken advantage of because y'all used to a rapper that always acts like a victim. He get bullied every bar, and then the next bar, he fucking your bitch, and you ain't got no money. And y'all love that talk. Y'all love that talk. And everybody's supposed to be biased. It's art. There's nothing wrong with who you love, but you got to realize what you're internalizing. Y'all be picking up on some nonsense and acting like it's real nigga shit and it's weirdo shit. Drake still has one of the biggest hating records of all time. Dirty Mac. And it's disgusting. He got sued for that. He ain't even cleared the voicemail. Man. Yo, wow. Real rap fans don't even listen to Drake. See what I'm saying? But a nigga will tell you that's the greatest rapper ever. They do, yes. People think that Jay-Z is only talked about because he did good business. I have no idea. Be honest without Not Like Us. What was his last real hit? You keep talking about hit on some weird scale. Not Like Us is the biggest hit of the year. It outsold everything Drake did. You saying besides Not Like Us, like he ain't make Not Like Us in 2 days. He made the song. It's his song. He wrote it. All of those runs, all of those cadences, all of those pauses, and the Drake, they're not dumb. The crazy thing is, he was giving y'all credit. Some of y'all still ain't paying attention to the fact that he just be telling y'all anything. Anybody who's not American knows what rap is because of Drake. You know what I mean? Rappers from the 80s been touring overseas since the 80s. Stupid. Lil Wayne, the greatest rapper ever. Alright. He can still be that. I bet you he'll be watching Kendrick at the Super Bowl. That's not the argument. You're talking about the wrong thing. Nobody has yet said that Wayne was trash. Rap music is rude. Definitely rude. That's where we come from. Not Like Us off Shadow Kanye. I feel bad. Bro. I don't know what that means. Off Shadow Kanye. Is that a typo? And what do you feel bad for? Did you contribute? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's better off selling some more of them slippers. Crazy thing is, I don't even think I listen to Barstool. Like I said, I'm kind of over his speech. Chris was good. I'm chilling. Finally got something to eat. I'm sipping. I'm chilling. A little weirded out by today's events, but also inspired because I caught a little bit of Rich Homie Quan funeral. It's my favorite song. It's called Ruga by Sam Malone. Ruuuga. GGA, something like that. Happy birthday, Chris. It's to you. That doesn't make sense. Look at nobody but Wayne. Y'all act like Wayne is the only thing that ever came out of New Orleans. Y'all being disrespectful. I gotta really think of that, yo. And they'll all be watching him perform at the Super Bowl, which means none of that matters. You keep making asinine arguments. You talking about who sell more, and they didn't get chosen. Y'all actually upset because he got chosen. So why are we still talking about selling more? Why are we still talking about a hit? How about he might got a record that's regular to you that'll be a hit after the Super Bowl? The biggest what? Rapper? That's what I'm saying. Like, y'all stuck on rap. The Super Bowl ain't about rap. It has nothing to do with it. You gotta have a better argument, pimpin'. It's been this long and you just saying stuff that don't add up to the fact that the decision was made for things that have nothing to do with that. And the sad part is you've been winning this argument with your girlfriend or your homeboy, so you think you really saying something. Bro, I'm not 12 years old. He did prioritize the culture. We've been seeing people from our culture performing back to back for the last however many years since he's been in charge of it, with high level production and performance. What are you talking about? He doesn't have to sell tickets. Everybody's going to be tuned in, and he actually outsold a lot of people last time he went on tour. You keep skipping that. Keep ignoring that because you weren't aware of that. Use your tablet and Google it. Keep telling y'all, academics don't tell y'all the whole story. He tell y'all what make nerds feel good. And we got on here talking about Diddy. Please believe he got a little Tupac case up his side too. Ag has a strange case. Why is he around? You keep talking about selling. It's very weird. Like, it's almost annoying. Like, it make you want to block you, but you're not being disrespectful. But it's weird. Very weird. That's possible. But according to everybody, he's been asked already and he turned it down. So I don't even see why that's an issue. Like, if he not tripping, why y'all? He already said he big as the Super Bowl. That's what it is. Y'all took that literally and hopped on dick. Nobody. I don't think you know what a Super Bowl demographic is. How many people you think mainstream is out there saying they wish it was Lil Wayne? They might not even know who Kendrick is, but they don't give a fuck. They gonna go up and get more nachos and more wings and take a piss. And you talking about money. The Super Bowl is the biggest viewed thing. The ads are the most expensive all year. You do not have to sell tickets for people to watch the halftime show. And if it's about talent that equals money, then we know that talent and money ain't equal. And the fact that you think that it is astonishing to me. It's not even that. It would be astonishing if I knew you was intelligent. But the fact that you think that that's true means that you don't know nothing. It has nothing to do with your city. Y'all better hope that the Saints is in the fucking Super Bowl and then y'all had something else to celebrate. Besides all the money y'all gonna make off the Super Bowl being there. The Super Bowl is a part of the NFL. New Orleans did not originate that. Ain't nobody telling you what your city want. Telling you what the world want and what the NFL cares about. What y'all want. You think the Super Bowl in Philly, Meek Mill gonna be at halftime? And we just gonna throw a fit? What are you talking about? Exactly. Has nothing to do with the Super Bowl. That's just the backdrop and the ambiance of the videos that they're going to show when they cut to and from commercial breaks. And a whole lot of people that's going to get paid because of it. They're going to build new hotels like they always do. People going to get jobs. People going to sell a lot of reefer. People going to sell some paintings. I've been down the French Quarter and all that. I know it's about to go up. They're about to run out of oysters. As big as the Super Bowl. No, I think you kind of think that it's about New Orleans and it's about the NFL and the biggest expert that network TV network TV has. They don't care about you. We know what it would mean for people from New Orleans. They don't throw those shows for the... Y'all can't even afford to get in. They make sure they outprice the neighborhood. You're not putting on a performance for a group of people that they don't even allow in the building. If they cared about y'all, there'd be 30,000 tickets just for New Orleans. Not for all them private jets that's flying in. I ain't from New York. We got those. I ain't from New York. So Rose say you heard. And I don't look like Aki. Weirdo. Alright. I've been saying I'm from Philly this whole stream though. Gotta be the weirdest New York nigga ever. I don't really care where they put them Jones at. David, nobody knows what you look like. You won't even put your face. Oh, we do know what you look like. My dude. Weirdo. Lobo, you're probably 12, but I know you don't have a woman. So don't talk to me. I just told you it's about a backdrop. It's about a location. It's about a quality stadium. and y'all make all the money. Has nothing to do with the halftime show. You keep trying to conflate the two. Halftime show has nothing to do with what y'all want. Charleston the GOAT is crazy. How many times? I never had to start count. That's weird. Nobody do that shit to me. That's my co-host, weirdo. You can have her. Nah, she married. My bad. Girl look like a straight dude. You saying that my homegirl, this beautiful young lady right here, looks like a dude? That's strange. Your name Low. Where you at? No, I kiss your mom. If they wanted quality city, they could have went to New York or LA. That don't make sense. You know that the Super Bowl rotates? They can't just go to the same 3 cities every... You know nothing about the Super Bowl. You saying I don't make sense, but you don't know what the Super Bowl is. You're saying that they should just go to New York or LA like y'all don't want that influx of cash. Like y'all don't have a chance of possibly being in the Super Bowl and it being a home game. You sound like you don't even respect your town, you weirdo. David, do me a favor. Fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? That's all you gotta do. That's all we gotta do. You know what I'm saying? Y'all be on here being weird. I don't know what generation y'all from, but we had a nice conversation for about an hour. And then the clown show showed up. It's very strange. Very strange. Because I'm 42. Told you I fucked your mom. You thought I was capping. Thinking it's jokes. One of them. Stupid. You just told me I look 20 years younger than I am. That was horrible, yo. You gotta do better. You gotta do better. It's okay, though. Question, nobody's interested. Well, maybe that was for the audience. I'm good, sweetie. Yeah, Google Philly artists from the 80s and the 90s. We loaded. All the influence and all the writers come from here. You never... Man, you never heard of Gamble and Huff? Yeah, that was crazy, right? I apologize. You wearing my earbuds all day. That should be crazy. Oh, no, I'm not doing that. Not at all. I'm on here right now. On my eyes. It's only you and I here. So I don't know who you saying, who you trying to talk to, but I'm cool. No, you're being weird. I'm saying what you said. You said they don't care about people from New Orleans. They just going to see as a backdrop. We know every city is Super Bowl is bringing them money. So what's the problem? Because they're going to make the money regardless. You keep skipping that part. You keep acting like a majority of the people buying Super Bowl tickets want to see Wayne, and that's not true. They don't even care about the halftime show. The halftime show is a whole separate entity that you are just trying to wrap up into your fantasy because you only watched 2 Super Bowls in your life. And it's getting weird. Sipping with Sammie. Sipping with Sammie is the name of the podcast. She is one of my co-hosts. She was my original co-host. She still pops up from time to time. She owns a few businesses. She be busy. That's crazy. I mean, I guess you would. I can see that. I ain't mad at that. Dan? How much does the average Super Bowl ticket cost? And how many of your friends will be in attendance? No, I don't like prostitutes. Can I say that on here? Word. Hopefully you can go somewhere where you could smoke something out of something besides a vape, but the vape's gonna be the death of y'all. You can't disrespect. Well, you could disrespect my community, but that wouldn't be it. I did the chocolate bar before, microdosing. I did it on vacation. I was in Outer Banks. Yeah, but only certain demographics care about who's at the halftime show, and especially if it's Lil Wayne or not. I think you a little slow because I've been telling you that for 45 minutes now. I'm sick of repeating myself. Wow. Oh, you got a script for him? You lit. You lit. How often you be on? What's your regiment, man? It's a party thing, once in a while, daily thing, put me to bed thing, get through the work day. How you rocking? I'm intrigued. What about you, Coyote? Who the skank in the pitch with you? Your mom. Is this your mom? You don't recognize her? I'll send her back soon. She'll be back. I got you. I got you. I didn't realize it'd been so long. I really didn't realize it. I lost track of time. Time flies when you having buns. Never. You probably are though. You going way too hard for somebody that's supposed to have niggas on you. 10 years straight have been black people performing for only a certain demographic that care. Same demographic that like we're the only demographic that care. You are not the people that they scheduled the Super Bowl halftime show based on. I don't know how to say it no other way. I hear that. I hear that. I knew you was, Portia. Thanks for coming clean. Appreciate you. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, that's a you different. What? I'm different. I ain't living like that. I like to sip and smoke. Sip and smoke. Burning me out, bro. My HB had seizure last month. She was crazy. Wow. No, you going so hard is crazy. You want this bad, huh? You ain't even seen it. And you won't. Exactly. It's to get people not to turn the channel during the break in the game, actually. Shout out to Living Color. Bro, you not far from me. You in Philly, I'm in WV, like West Virginia? BB. Man, listen, Coyote. I'll entertain it for a while, but then it gets annoying. It's like, yo, you really just want to keep hearing yourself. Bro, ain't nobody going to West Virginia, bro. I don't like how they highway play out there, man. It's hard, it's bad enough trying to go through there. I'm decent, BB. Do I know you personally, or you just being cordial? I appreciate it though. Yeah, I dig that. I dig that. I appreciate that, BB. We was in here talking about Diddy did what? And then we kind of went a little left. Started having some fun, joking with some people. Too poor of a state. I'm not judging no state by its economy. We pay big money to go visit these islands and these countries that are very poor. We gotta get out the dirt. It's rough around here. I could jump to a higher. Oh, I hear you. Respect. Respect. I ain't mad at it, but you know how y'all boys give it up. As soon as I slide through with PA plates, no go. It's no good. We wanted to meet in like DC. I know that ain't halfway, but it's reasonable for me. Move to Virginia instead, right? But a lot of Virginia is wild right now. Like Richmond ain't what it used to be. Alexandria right on the borderline of DC, so that's like not even Virginia. It's you gotta pick your spots out of Virginia now, for what I'm hearing. I can't imagine how many MAGA flags is on your way to work. That's gotta be phenomenal. Move to Virginia. Coyote, you in Virginia, Virginia? Where you at? People in AZ be chilling right now, but I want to move to Cali so bad. I could dig it. Yo, what does oil up mean? From AZ here. Okay, AZ. So it's like 98 degrees right now. What's the weather like in AZ right now? Y'all be boiling for 85% of the year. And I heard everybody drive pickup trucks. I got a pickup truck. I don't think it'll pass y'all emissions though. 100 all year, fam. So Cali would be way cooler for, yeah. Ah, what's like? You from out there? You took a gig out there? Like, what put you in AZ 100 all year? Like, what was the motivation to want to sweat all year? Like, I heard y'all don't go outside till like 10:30 at night. That's when y'all go to the supermarket. Supermarket at midnight. Bro, you ever come around here, you straight. No one will mess with you. I'm cool with everyone. I appreciate that. I'm not worried about the locals. I'm worried about the troopers. Worried about the state troopers, baby. I gotta get there and get back. But give me a good enough reason to have a bag. I figure something out. I ain't gonna front on you, but 100 all year is phenomenal. Jesse, where your folks at, man? Ain't it your birthday? Cool with everybody. Why you ain't turning up? Never went to the beach, bro. Shit is wild out. That's crazy. That's crazy. It's just desert. It's funny when you be hearing little stuff and you be like, yo, that's wild. And then you talk to people and you be like, yo, it's really 100 all year? That's crazy. Like, I thought that was an exaggeration. That's amazing. But look, y'all, it's been real, man. I'm going to tap out. Been on here long enough, longer than I expected. It's been fun talking to y'all. If y'all haven't subscribed, please subscribe to the page. We do got a lot of dope stuff on there. Go ahead, browse through, comment. I appreciate y'all feedback. And I'll be back up here soon, but I had to hop on before Monday. Peace, 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 peace. Much blessings, man. I'm out.